Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Earlham men's soccer here this afternoon. Earlham coming in at 1-7 overall. They're 0-1 in the HCAC. Transylvania comes in this afternoon at 2-3-3. They are 0-1 so far in conference play. Great to have you with us here on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Warm afternoon for an early October, and the Quakers are hoping that their offense will get underway today. We're going to talk a little bit about their struggles offensively so far this season. They'll play a Transylvania team. You start hearing some of the numbers. They don't score a lot. They shoot a lot, but they just don't score as much as they would like to in their first 8 games of this season. We'll talk about Transylvania coming up in a couple of moments as well. One change we already have in their lineup for this afternoon. They will not be starting Drew Grisham, their normal goalkeeper. We'll talk a little bit about Michael Klein, who will start for them, and Nico Manny getting the start today for the Quakers in goal. All right, we'll come back, take a look at Transylvania next, right here in the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Welcome back again to Matlack Messer Stadium as we get set for today's HCAC matchup between Transylvania and Earlham. This is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. And we talked about Transylvania a couple of moments ago. They're fresh off a tie against Anderson. It finished at 1-1. Now Transylvania outshot Anderson 2012. They had 9 shots on goal. Anderson had only 4. They had 8 corners. Anderson with just 7. What was maybe unique about that matchup is the physicality of that game, because they ended up with 25 fouls in that game. That thing nearly took 3 hours to play because of all the stoppages of play in that contest. Now, again, Transy comes in. They, again, 66 shots on goal. You compare that to Earlham, only 17 shots on goal. But in comparison to the amount of goals that Transylvania's had this year, only 9. They've outscored the Quakers 9-6 coming in. Their shot percentage, also not really good coming in at 0.61. The Quakers at 1.58. We'll talk more about that. But here's the other aspect about it. When you look at Transylvania, they're averaging nearly 18.4 shots per game. The Quakers at only 4.8. So it's just a matter of, can Transylvania today get that ball in the net and hopefully the Quakers can equal them here this afternoon with some offense of their own. The Quakers last time out lost a tough one to Mount St. Joe 3-2. Mount St. Joe outshot the Quakers 10-5, 5-0 in corners. Mount St. Joe played a physical game that day as well. They finished with 6 yellows. Yuki Adams leading the way for the Quakers this season with 3 goals. Drew Fitzgibbon has 2. They'll need more production out of their other players here this afternoon if they plan on knocking off this Transylvania team. We mentioned Michael Klein will get the start today in goal for Transylvania. Drew Grisham had been the starter for most of the year. We'll talk more about Klein's numbers once we go. And Nico Manny getting the start today for the Quakers, coming in at 1-6. 21 goals given up this year. That's a 3.64 goals against average coming to this one here today, and 31 saves. The table is now set between Earlham and Transylvania. Quakers need a win. They don't want to fall to 0-2 in conference play. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few moments, and this is underway in a little bit as well. It's the Quakers and the Pioneers right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
And we talked about it a couple of moments ago. It is a very warm afternoon here in Richmond. We'll see temperatures reach into the mid-80s here today. Transylvania will be in their traveling white tops. The Quakers in their all-maroon here today. Quakers will have the opening kickoff and will attack left to right. Great to have you with us here this afternoon for Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference Soccer. And of course, we'll talk more as this game goes along, how the Quakers, again, offensively have been struggling a little bit so far this year as we are underway, and Earlham will have it in the opening possession into Transylvania territory. The Pioneers quickly come back, and that ball knocked out of bounds on the near side. We mentioned Michael Klein today in goal. Now, he is not their regular starter, at least has not been so far this season. Klein has gotten one start this year. He's given up 2 goals. His goals against average at 1.59, 7 saves. In fact, his save percentage better than Grisham, 778 to 667. So far this year, Klein 0-1 on the season. So he gets the start today against the Quakers. Earlham back to midfield. Once again, it will return it back once again just outside their own 18 as Earlham will play possession soccer to the middle of the field. And once again, the ball played at the midfield circle, and Transylvania trying to get possession as well. And the Quakers again will regain. Keep an eye today on a couple of players as this ball again played at midfield. Alex Shribaka is one of those guys who will keep an eye on today. 3 goals, 1 assist coming into this one here this afternoon as that ball is lifted just outside the 18 there for Transylvania. And once again, they'll work it here to the near side. Charlie Wend, by the way, 2 goals and an assist. As we said, this is not a high-scoring team. And Thomas Schellenberg with 2 goals entering this one here today. So they look to even their record at 3-3-3 on the season, but more importantly, pick up that conference win. Ball inside the 18. Nico there for the Quakers as Nico Manny coming into this one again, giving up 3.64 goals per game, though that might be a little bit on the high side from just a couple of matches this year, and they do feel he's finally healthy for the Quakers. He's been battling some injuries early in the year, and he'll have the goal kick for the Quakers. We'll send it deep into Transylvania territory, and it's redirected once again to the far side. Transylvania back on the counterattack. Not only is it a little bit warm today as Earlham now with the takeaway. Here's a long shot taken to the right, and that'll go out of play, and a good effort by the Quakers here early. Wind will be blowing out of the east here this afternoon, and that may not make a whole lot of difference on the play itself, other than maybe some corners that would be kicked from the near side to the far side, and we're facing the west, of course, here at Matlack Messer Stadium, so anything that's a corner on our side we'll keep an eye on. Ball near side once again as Transylvania looks to set it up outside the Quaker 18. Good pass to the near side, but out of the reach. In fact, Murillo was there. Jason Murillo was there, and ball was too far out of his reach. That's a redirect by Adams back to midfield. Jimmy Kirame there for the Quakers, and once again, Transylvania will continue to put that pressure on the Earlham defense. Another takeaway for the Quakers as they'll work it back to midfield. Kirame again to the near side, goes out of bounds, last touched by Doyer for the Quakers. Liam Ferguson getting the start today. Yuki Adams, the team's leading scorer as well. We mentioned Doyer. He'll be all over the field here this afternoon. He is very active on both ends of the pitch. That left foot put into it by Earlham's Paget Gustafsson, and the ball comes back again to midfield where the Pioneers will again reset offensively. Always a feeling out process. We talked about that quite a bit in the first few minutes, kind of get an idea of what the other team will attempt to do. That ball lifted in the air into the 18 and then redirected back out front. Good look here at Jonathan Reyes here on the near side as the Pioneers work it back to the middle. That ball high in the air and will come out of bounds as Drew Fitzgibbon will let that one go out of play, and we'll have a throw in right in front of the press box area. Jonathan Reyes will put it in play. Schraba is there for the Pioneers. Ball deep in the corner now as they'll try to work it just to the left of the 18 and once again work back out front. Another good possession here for the Pioneers. There's a long ball, redirect off the head. Brady Bubb getting the start today as the ball inside the 18. Good attack that time by the Pioneers. They'll keep it alive once again. Couldn't get it to the half line for the Quakers as this ball will go side to side and then lift it again past midfield. You can hear the wind blowing every once in a while. It's gusting again out of the south and the east. We'll keep an eye on that. I think that's going to be a factor at some point here today. We haven't had too many windy afternoons here at Matlack Messer Stadium yet as Bubble knocked that one down again for the Quakers. Ferguson looking ahead. Here is Kirame inside the 18, and Kirame gets the goal. So the Quakers get on top. They had the fast break, and it worked to perfection. And Earlham gets on top, leading it 1-0. And Kirame with the goal for the Quakers. Nice start for Earlham here this afternoon at the 39-26 mark. Kirame getting ahead of the field, and it was one-on-one with him and Michael Klein, the keeper. And now the Quakers will play ahead, just exactly how they wanted to get this one started. Bodies in the 18 as that one goes all the way to the end line. Doyer able to put her right leg into that one and kick it out of play. It looks like we may have, see if the official is going to give them a corner, and it looks like they're setting up for the corner right now. So our first corner of the day, live stats as we go, and check those out as always on GoEarlham.com. So our first corner of the day, this will be Caswell Fuller who will put it in play, the midfielder. Good strike by Fuller. That one going wide. In fact, it was very close as it went in front of Nico Manny and to the opposite side of the post, and Quakers will take over here on the goal kick. So for Transylvania, unable to get the first corner underway here this afternoon in a successful fashion. So the Quakers now with Nico Manny. And Nico's very good out of the goal kick as well. He's always getting a lot of distance on that kick, and the ball comes back once again near the midfield circle. Ball comes out wide to the near side, and that one off the press box as Liam Ferguson puts a right leg into that one. Throw in near side here for Rays. Earlham leading at 1-0 as they score early in this one. Outside the 18, Transylvania trying to set it up. That's a high kick. It'll go wide to the right. Murillo unable to bring that one down. And you can kind of tell, again, that wind will hold that ball up quite a bit here this afternoon. But again, not a great shot that time by Murillo, just above the 18. So again, we will see Nico Manny put this one in play from the goalie box and lift in this one a high line drive, redirected twice, and the ball will come down off the leg of Fitzgibbon. Quakers try to regain possession. Here's Kirame once again for the Quakers, and it'll come loose. And this time a line drive kick into the 18, and now Kirame to the near side will try to place it back in as it comes outside the 18, and that is Murillo who will clear it near midfield. Quakers there as well. Here's Liam Ferguson. So far the Quakers the aggressor in several of these offensive possessions. Little slide that time by Ferguson trying to gain possession there as Brady Bubb able to come up from his defensive back spot and able to knock that one away. And once again, the Pioneers will have to reset as they'll go to their goalie now, Michael Klein. Ball lifted high in the air, and again, that ball brought down a little bit by the wind on the near redirect, and this will be Doyer into the box, and Bubb will put a right leg into this one, a line drive kick to midfield. And ball, they tried to get it over the top. Nothing there that time for the Quakers. As again, that one will be brought back to Murillo on the near side. Murillo trying to work his way. He will get cut down, and Doyer on the tackle that time for the Quakers. A throw in. They will let that one go. So no foul that time. And again, it'll be Murillo. Here's the right leg, and that one redirected and just over the top of the goal. Good effort by Transylvania, as that was as close as you're going to get off a header. And Charlie Wend nearly picked up his third goal of the year. So a great ball that time by Transylvania, and the redirect by Wend couldn't have been off by more than maybe a foot right there. Just over 35 minutes remaining here in the first half. Quakers again lead it 1-0. Another good kick by Nico Manny. You can tell that wind is coming right behind him. He got great distance on that ball. Gustafsson there for the Quakers. That was intended for his teammate to the left. It looked like that may have been, see if we can pick up a number. That's 21 out there. That was Straszewski. Quakers again able to get the takeaway at midfield as they'll look to advance it here. Good ground attack for the Quakers here early in the half as that ball will sail wide to the left. Earlham could have kept possession right there. That may have been a better possession if they would have went ahead and tried to play that one instead of look for the long distance kick there. But now the Pioneers will retake possession off the turnover. Just over the head of Fitzgibbon here to the near side. Here come the Pioneers again. Jonathan Reyes working again with his teammate Murillo. Murillo into the box. A lot of bodies in the box right now in the 18 as that ball cleared out once again. And Caswell Fuller will work it to the right side. A little chip shot into the 18. Ball is there. Doyer trying to get out of there. And in fact, Transylvania thought there should have been a hand call right there as that ball was touched by Doyer. The official said no. And again, nice job defensively by the Quakers. Gustafson able to clear that one out. And here's Kirame. And Kirame goes down, and they're really letting these two teams play here early. Here come the Pioneers in the 18. That ball right in front of the keeper, and it's going to be hit high in the air as this one comes to the near side. In fact, just about everybody in the box that time. Transylvania wasting no time, putting it back in play. Tyler Joy Brandon there should say for the Pioneers. And that ball will sail out of play, and once again, it'll go back over to the Quakers. We'll have to go back to Kirame. He got drilled at midfield. He went down, and they went and let him play through it. We'll have a goalie kick here by Nico Manny. Boy, the numbers in the box twice have been pretty incredible when you think about how many players were there for the Quakers just trying to help Nico out. I think that might be kind of the game plan to make sure they have plenty of people back defensively. As Brady Bubb with the left foot high in the air, and again you can see how that sails out of play on the far side of the field. Just over 32 minutes remaining in the first half. Transylvania looking here. That one in the air and picked up there by Nico Manny. No real threat that time on the deep shot by the Pioneers. May have been more of a pass, a diagonal pass, than a deep shot as the Pioneers trying to get themselves in position. And here is Nico. This time will literally put this one into the ozone layer. That one really high in the air. Redirected twice. Transylvania trying to gain possession. 50-50 ball still available as we redirect again as Gustafson there for the Quakers. And it goes out of play here at the near side. Fitzgibbon there for Earlham. Off the inbound again, Murillo. And Murillo working one-on-one. This could be a good matchup. Doyer and Murillo all day long. Quick throw-in for the Quakers. They waste no time as Ferguson. Now we'll find Kirame cross midfield. Here comes Kirame looking back toward the middle, and that's going to be wide to the right. I don't think that Yuki Adams actually got a look at that one. And the Quakers will have a corner for the first time here this afternoon. But right now it is Kirame who's doing the damage for the Quakers, getting out on the fast break twice quickly, and the first time he scored the goal. Yuki Adams will have the corner. Good spin on that ball, redirected outside the 18. There is Liam Ferguson there for the Quakers, and they're going to get Liam on the foul. Ferguson picking up the ball, and that giving the Quakers a chance to get back on defense right. Here's the ball to be placed at the spot of the foul. We mentioned this is a Transy team had 25 fouls between the two teams. That was Transy and Anderson in their last matchup, and that's why that match took almost 3 hours to complete. But right now they're letting these two teams play as this ball in Earlham's half now into the 18. Chance here for the Pioneers, and good job defensively for the Quakers. Hockey Johnson is there, and Hockey coming back inside the 18 did not allow the Pioneers to get a clean look on that shot. So again, another goal kick here by Nico Manny. One thing Transylvania, see, they have a player coming up. They want Manny to put that ball into play, and eventually Nico does so, as now the Quakers again on the counterattack as that ball will be taken away again by the Pioneers, and they'll look to bring that ball up the right sideline as it goes out of bounds. Brady Bubb there. Good job by Brady to stop the flow on that counterattack. Good ground attack once again by the Pioneers. They will get it in position a lot, just a matter, again, can they score? Quakers had the double team as, again, that ball cleared all the way back once again as Michael Klein will now put it in play here for the Pioneers and will again bring it to midfield. Quakers have 4 back, making sure that Nico's not left by himself. That centering pass once again just outside the 18 is misplayed by the Pioneers as now it'll be Kirame. Kirame once again, a little back kick. Once it gets to Yuki Adams, he'll go back again to Kirame. Kirame to the far side, working toward the end line, and he kicks it out of play, and Kirame unable to control it there. That'll turn it back over again to Transylvania. Well, good ground attack again for the Quakers. It all starts with Nico Manny and his ability to put distance on his goal kicks. Quakers lead it 1-0 here in the first half. Transylvania back on the counter. They'll look toward the middle, and again, Hockey Johnson there for the Quakers, and it's Liam Ferguson with the redirect as well. Liam tried that little back kick. Good footwork there by Transylvania. As Caswell Fuller was there, ball knocked out of bounds on the near side by Fitzgibbon. Throw in here is, boy, how about Hockey Johnson? He's played well. He's been all over the pitch here today. Lifted high in the air. Here's Kirame, and Kirame unable to get to that one. He was in a foot chase with Tyler Joy Brandon to try to get that loose ball. Back to the outside. Here's an aerial attack, this time by the Pioneers inside the 18, and they're going to get an offsides on that call. So the Quakers again go back on offense. Neither team subbing so far, though. Transylvania looks like they're about ready to bring in a whole new squad. They have about 5 or 6 guys, maybe more, warming up. And they certainly have plenty of depth when you look at their roster. They will go 6-7 deep off of the starters. Good ball again as the Pioneers will redirect it right back to Michael Klein, and Pioneers go back on the counterattack once again. So far, the Quakers been able to win several of those 50-50 balls here today. As this one to the near side, Murillo against Fitzgibbon. Good ball to the top of the 18. And once again, for the Quakers, you got to give some credit here today to Brady Bubb. He's played well defensively. Hockey Johnson has played well. But now the Pioneers trying to set themselves up again just outside the 18. Ball kicked to the top. Transylvania looking for an opening. That's Zach Hill there for Transylvania. Here's another ball into the 18, and the redirect off the header is off the mark as Murillo is there for Transylvania. But it, too, will go wide to the left and out of play, and we'll see the Quakers take over once again. We will see that glare start to be an issue once again as that sun will start to go down here at Matlack Messer Stadium. Another goalie kick here by Nico Manny as the Quakers will try to get it back out of their own half and work past the half line. Boy, Nico is really strong today. That ball goes all the way past midfield. But again, the Pioneers able to get that one, but Earlham coming back as well. And will they keep it in play? They do. Great effort by Strzezuski there for the Quakers as that one is redirected outside the 18 off the header once again. Here's Kirame trying to bring that one down for the Quakers. They get it in the 18, but there is a good defensive effort by Transylvania's Zach Hill. And on the ground attack the other way, here come the Pioneers. Once they get it past midfield, they'll look to set it up there. Earlham able to get their defenders back as well. You can see Earlham has plenty of maroon jerseys all around that ball. That's been a key so far. That ball lifted high in the air, and waiting for that one is Nico Manny on the long ball by Jonathan Reyes. So once again, we'll see the Quakers have a goalie kick by Nico Manny. Now, I know he's got a strong leg, but he's got to be enjoying that leg today because the wind is behind him. We'll see that hold up a little bit in the second half, but he has given Earlham plenty of possession from a standpoint of where we've been playing this match so far today, especially off the goalie kick. Ground attack the other way now for the Pioneers. Quakers on top, 1-0. The goal by Kirame early in this one has been the difference so far. Here's Rays to the near side, looking back again to the midfield circle. Pioneers, good spacing against that Earlham defense. Earlham able to get a takeaway. Good job again by Liam Ferguson. Ferguson able to get away with a little shove from behind and able to keep that ball in play as Earlham tries to go on the counterattack. And on the chase, goes out of bounds Tyler Dobbs there for the Pioneers. So again, Earlham with a throw-in on the far side and very close to the midfield line. Pass intended for Kirame. Goes a little bit over his head, but somehow Kirame able to come up with that one. This one lifted high in the air, 50-50 ball, right leg attempt by Fitzgibbon. Not a real shot attempt that time, just try to bring it down in possession. And again for the Quakers, they'll peel back. Here's a ground attack the other way. That's a good look at Joy Brandon. Ball just outside the 18, and here is Doyer again for the Quakers. Good job by Jeffrey Doyer. He, along with Hockey Johnson, and we mentioned Brady Bubb already and the way they played defensively, will have a corner now. This will be the second time that the Pioneers have had a corner here this afternoon. You see that clock coming up on the 23-minute mark. Wave will be coming from the top right. Good ball, and that was knocked away by Nico Manny. He reached up and was able to get a right hand on that one and clear it out of there. So, again, good job by Nico. And we'll have another goalie kick here for the Quakers. I mentioned the way that wind is blowing, you're going to get really good distance on those corners, and we saw another good ball that time by the Pioneers. So here's Nico again, lifting that one past midfield. More in a line drive kick as that ball battled for goes out of play. Yuki Adams there for the Quakers, and a throw in now for the Pioneers. And we're going to see a change coming up for the Pioneers. Thomas Schellenberg will come in. Schellenberg wearing number 11. Coming out of their lineup. See what number 2, is that number 2 who has come in as well? Let me check here real quick to see if number 2 is, that's going to be Max Nussbacher. Nussbacher is a freshman out of Lexington, Kentucky. So Schellenberger and again Nussbacher both in for the Pioneers. Quakers may make a change here relatively soon. Jack Johnson getting limbered up for Earlham, as we'll see another goalie kick by Nico Manny. He's already has to be close to double digits in goalie kicks here early. And another long ball by Nico, and it makes it all the way to the other side where Michael Klein will put it back into play. Here is Murillo. Ball lifted toward midfield, and that's where we'll see Schellenberg. Schellenberg, 2 goals on the year. He is just one off the pace leading the Pioneers. That ball will be brought down again by Nico, and we'll have yet another goal kick. Quakers are getting about 3 of their players warmed up here. We're going to see some changes relatively soon. Just over 20 minutes remaining. That's not one of the better Nico kicks of the day as it's redirected in midfield, and it'll be played once again at the circle. Here come the Pioneers after they come up with the takeaway. And they'll work it again to the near side. Defensively there for the Quakers, Doyer. Good effort again by Murillo, trying to work it deep in the corner as Fuller lifts this one high in the air off the line drive, and Nico able to snag that one at the box. And once again, Quakers will go back on offense, leading this one 1-0. Nico again will put this one in play. He's been very, very busy, and like what we have seen so many times, that ball rolling off the header there by a player from Transylvania back to Michael Klein, their goalkeeper, and we'll see the Pioneers work it back again toward midfield. So far, the Pioneers have had a hard time just getting a really good look here this afternoon. Neither team with a ton of shots so far. Gustafsson thought he was fouled there, no whistle. He pleads his case to the official, and they're going to let him play. That has certainly been the case here this afternoon. We've seen some real physical action between these two teams and players going down, including one point where Kirame got dumped at midfield, and they let him play through. Pioneers once again on the counterattack as they'll look to work it back toward midfield. They're going to make the Quakers chase on defense. One of those chasing, Yuki Adams, along with Fitzgibbon. There's a line drive kick into the box and quickly redirected off the left leg of Brady Bubb. And he'll come back out again near midfield, and the redirect there by Kirame. He was going to look for his teammate Adams. As Kirame to the far side, he goes down. He was tripped up there as Joy Brandon was in front of him, and the Quakers get the takeaway once again. Will go on the counterattack. Kirame wanted to call there, no whistle again. They're going to let him play, so the players might as well not talk too much about what the officials are going to do today because they're not going to let it happen. Inside the 18, ball will ricochet back to the far side. Transylvania still with possession, but that'll go off the back of Ferguson as he stops the kick there by Murillo. And we will have a change once again for Transylvania as we'll see Murillo come out. Looks like that is number 16 checking into the lineup. That is Griffin Lamb. Lamb out of Union, Kentucky, just a sophomore, and the Quakers will come back with some changes of their own. As we come up on the 17-minute mark, little chip shot into the 18, redirected off the head. Good attempt there by Thomas Schellenberg. Quakers now will make a couple of changes. So now the Quakers going to their bench here in the first half. Another player coming in again for Transylvania. And they'll bring in Garrett Dean. Chima Ndukwa has come in for the Quakers. He'll wear number 2 as that ball again at midfield. And now the Pioneers will lift this one deep into Earlham territory. Brady Bubb, good size, able to knock that one down. Well, we've seen about 3 headers in a row right there. And then coming in with the steal is Liam Ferguson. Quakers try the ground attack to the near side. Little give and go. Good job by the Quakers to work it here at midfield and beyond. Good physical play once again. And Ndukwa is there. And a whistle. And that's going to be against the Pioneers. Are they going to say that? I think there might be an issue with one of the players. It is one of the players for Transylvania. Had something, that was Garrett Dean. I think he had something on his wrist, and they made him get rid of it. And that, actually, they made him leave the game. So Dean will have to wait until the next dead ball before he can come back in. And Transylvania cross midfield. Quakers there again, the double team able to get a takeaway for the moment. And here is Yuki Adams. Adams and the Quakers trying to go back on the counterattack, stopped quickly by the Pioneers. And that ball lifted again toward midfield where Gustafsson is there for the Quakers. Good battle for the loose ball. And Charlie Wend eventually able to come up with it for the Pioneers. They'll try to go back on the counterattack just shy of midfield. They started to work it into the Earlham half and taken away by Liam Ferguson once again. And that ball will go out of play at the far side. Well, the Quakers have played well in their own half. When you talk about their defense in this one early, and Jake Pearson, by the way, will come in for the Quakers. I mean early. Lately, Pioneers have been able to get that ball into the 18. They've had several players in that 18 along with the Quakers, but still good defense by Earlham here this afternoon. It's Transylvania. Line drive kick. They've got one there, but there's Yuki Adams, or take that back, Nico Manny there for the Quakers. And here is Doyer to the near side. Quakers try to work it back toward the middle. Garrett Dean there for the Pioneers as Liam Ferguson trying to find an opening, and again, they've allowed the physical play to continue. They're going to get that one against Liam Ferguson. So the foul against Ferguson, and Transylvania will take over. The ball will skip along the ground back to midfield. Let's see if the Quakers can again force the action, get it back into the Transylvania side. Midfield circle, good look here as Luke Powell in the lineup now for Transylvania. Pioneers work in Earlham's half. Quakers right there. There are 3 maroon jerseys right there waiting for that one to come down. Brady Bubb once again will redirect that one the left foot. He's been active defensively still. And again, the Pioneers work it to the far side, very deep in the corner. And this one will be knocked down and stolen away. Quakers get the steal. We mentioned Jack Johnson has come into the lineup for the Quakers as well. It will stay with the Pioneers, and looks like we'll have a throw-in from the far side. Pioneers working in Earlham's half. That one knocked down. Good job by Gustafsson getting a body on that one. A collision. And I'll tell you what, players really going hard at one another. And Garrett Dean went down, and Jack Johnson, they ran into each other. Again, incidental contact, so nothing there as Earlham able to come back again and play physically on defense. As that ball inside the 18, Quakers trying to get it out of there. There's Brady Bubb with the header. And this one lifted high in the air as Gustafsson got a nice leg into this one. It will go back to midfield. 50-50 ball right there until the Pioneers gain possession. And they'll look to work it behind and see if now they go to the far side. Looks like they're going to look back toward the middle. Ball near side once again. Pioneers don't play that one clean as Earlham really hassling the Pioneers on offense, and there's another collision, but no whistle. The Pioneers wanted a call there. Ball gets into Transy territory, and now the Quakers will do a little chasing of their own as that ball dumped down to Michael Klein. And again, the Pioneers on the ground attack in their own end. Just over 11 minutes remaining now here in the first half. I think most of the people that are watching this one today, and maybe even the players, like the more physical game. Don't like this thing stopped, and that has not been the case so far here this afternoon. Johnson there for the Quakers. Gustafsson as well as they continue to battle for the loose ball, and it's a free-for-all at times. Here's Haki Johnson. Gustafsson gets a little shove in on his own as well as he got a little shimmy that time with the left hand of Powell. And again, the ball battled for. This is quite a fight for the loose ball, every 50-50 ball. Both teams really going after it. That was Liam Ferguson putting a right leg into it. Reyes will run it down and dump it back to his keeper as Klein quickly puts it back into play, coming again to midfield. Ball kept inbounds by Charlie Wend. And now the Pioneers look to go on the attack themselves, just shy of midfield. And they're going to try to work it to the other side, make that Quaker defense chase once again. Pioneers serving, that is Jack Birdsong. He was looking to see what might be there. There is Brady Bubb again. Good job by Brady. Brought it down to get it to Yuki Adams. Instead of just kicking it and clearing it, was able to get it to his teammate. Dukwa here to the near side. Ball stolen away. And here come the Pioneers past midfield. Pioneers work it back toward the middle. Gustafsson goes a little bit low on Charlie Wend. You can hear some of the fans. They're not real happy about some of the physical play here so far today, but the players have been acting actually pretty good at this one. They've played through everything. Here come the Pioneers again. That ball again, Bub with the right leg this time, puts it high in the air, and that'll go out of play, and we will see a corner here for the Pioneers. Live stats, as we mentioned, throughout the entire match on GoEarlham.com. You can also check out the updated statistics and pictures, much, much more on GoEarlham.com. Pioneers will make a change as well. They will try to keep some fresh bodies around for the second half. DJ Sanders will come in. That corner right into a group of maroon jerseys, and the Quakers able to get it out of there. And once again, Ndukwu there for the Quakers. Once again to the 18. Here come the Pioneers looking for a pass inside. Knocked away. Good job by Yuki Adams. That's good help for Nico Manny. And Adams right there to help out your keeper. Throw in again on the far side. Pioneers have not gotten very many good looks today as Gustafsson got a little shove right there. And here come the Pioneers once again as they pick up the ball past midfield and will work it back to the middle of the pitch right at the circle. There's a little chip shot to the near side, but Doyer there for the Quakers on the redirect. Quakers trying to keep possession. Doyer again with the right leg. And another takeaway for Transylvania's Rays will put it back toward the middle. As Powell, once again, Transylvania trying to work it to the 18. Doyer goes down. That'll be a foul from behind. A very rare call here today. Doyer got tripped up from behind. It looked like it was DJ Sanders who ended up tripping him. So we will see Nico Manny with a free kick right here. Again, with a warm afternoon, both teams trying to keep their players relatively fresh here as both teams have substituted quite frequently, especially in the later stages of this first half of play. As the ball comes again to the near side, it will be kept in play. Good job by the Pioneers. Here is Sanders. Unable to keep the possession again as the Quakers will dump it behind, and there's Brady Bubb colliding with DJ Sanders. Bubb gave him a little shimmy as well and kind of ran and said something to him as he went by, so things getting a little bit chippy here in the first half of play. Shy of the midfield line, and once again, the nothing there for the Pioneers, so they're going to dump it back to Klein and reset it. They like to make the Quaker defense chase from side to side, and Earlham's done a very good job here this afternoon. There is Bubb once again. He might be as active as we have seen him defensively all year long. Pioneers deep in the corner, and that will go out of play. Looks like we may have a corner here again for Transylvania. Zach Hill was trying to get that ball into the 18, and it will be up now to number 11 on the corner. This is Schellenberg. Now, again, this ball will be coming from right to left. Let's see where the wave of offensive players will come from. Right at the top of the 18. It has to be well placed right here as it's a header and a redirect by Zach Hill again, and that one will go high and wide to the left. We have seen two different redirects off of these corners, and both of them relatively close. The first one much closer than that one as the Pioneers make another change. Dalton Wells will come in. He will wear number 15 now for Transylvania. He is out of Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And another goalie kick here by Nico Manny as he lifts it high again to midfield. Quakers trying to get it redirected once again, but nothing there as the Pioneers back on defense, and Michael Klein. We haven't seen Klein really do too much from the standpoint of kicking today, but he's done a pretty good job of keeping his position and getting the ball back into play quickly for the Pioneers. But again, we've seen these two teams going back and forth here just shy of midfield, and there's a whistle that'll go against the Quakers. and a sarcastic round of applause from the Transylvania fans that are here today. They think that, in fact, we've heard them be very vocal so far. They wanted a couple of fouls called on the Quakers and nothing here this afternoon. That one lifted high in the air, and that'll sail over the goal as Luke Powell on the long shot there by the Pioneers. Quakers will make a change. Looks like that is Sadler coming in, number 18, Elijah Sadler. And getting a break for the Quakers will be Garrett Shaw. 4.5 remaining here in the first half. Been a fun one to watch if you like some physical soccer and let them play and not call everything that's happening on the field. Just get some good physical soccer in this afternoon. Again, still think the players kind of enjoy it as well. Get a good flow to this one. Ball near side once again. Pioneers on the ground attack. Good look at Rays. Here's DJ Sanders, and it goes out of play. Sanders, well, there are the fans again. The fans from Transylvania thought that should have been a corner there for the Pioneers. And the official said it is not, so another goalie kick here for Manny. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Quakers on top, 1-0. Boy, another good one by Nico. And every time that he gets some distance on it, it actually almost outkicks his coverage like you do in football when you're punting. And he ended up outkicking everybody in his team and couldn't really get a good redirect with Elijah Sadler. And it was a missed opportunity perhaps again for the Quakers as you see the Pioneers able to make it past midfield, and once again a throw-in here on the near side. They're trying to put themselves in position to score late here in the first half. Good effort again by Johnson there for the Quakers. Rays again will put it in play. Outside the 18, but Johnson again won't give him any scoring opportunity here. Schellenberg is the one guy you watch for. He wears number 11, the midfielder defenseman. He can play both ways. There's Brady Bubb once again clearing that one outside the 18. Good job by Brady. This one is lifted high in the air and then redirected in the goal. That's a long shot that time. Is that number 18, I believe, that scored the goal? Or 16? Yeah, that's Griffin Lamb. So it's number 16, Griffin Lamb on the goal, tying this one late here in the first half. That was a pretty good ball there by the Pioneers to tie it at 1 apiece. So once again, Pioneers, nice job off the throw-in on the near side, and they pick up the goal. Now the Quakers, will see how they'll respond here late in the first half. So again, it's Griffin Lamb on the goal for the Pioneers. There is Garrett Dean once again past midfield. Ball lifted high in the air into the 18. Quakers Doyer is there, and Earlham to go on the counterattack once again. Jake Pearson for the Quakers. And once again, Liam Ferguson, who's gone the distance here in the first half. We're down a minute 37 to go. Pioneers with the takeaway on the ground attack to the near side. Here's Wells. Wells into the 18. Wells receives it back outside again. Here is a line drive kick, and that one will be redirected as well, and it goes out of play. Reyes was there for the Pioneers. And so a corner now for Transylvania. Quakers want to stop that flow from the right side. There's a line drive kick outside the 18, and that one is off the upright to the left, and Earlham able to clear it out of there. Boy, that's about as close as you're going to get. Jonathan Reyes with the long ball outside the 18, and that one goes off the upright to the left. So again, the Pioneers almost made it 2-1 with another late goal here in the first half. Quick throw in with 30 seconds remaining. Chip shot again and another redirect, but Nico Manny is there, and there he was again, Jonathan Reyes with the redirect. And now Nico will take his time as that clock coming up on the 10-second mark here in the first half of play. So the late goal by Griffin Lamb tying this one.
9, 8.
And the Pioneers will not get another chance as that ball is going to be knocked out of play, and that is going to do it for the first half. We have made it to halftime, and there you see your score. It is Transylvania 1 and Earlham 1. We will come back and run down those first half numbers coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Men's Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankricmond.com.
Hey, we're back again here at Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College. You see it right there. We are tied at 1 apiece. The late goal here in the first half by the Pioneers, making things interesting. This should be a very fun second half, the way these two teams have played in the first half so far. Hey, by the way, today's game being brought to you in part by Best Western Classic of Richmond. If you're visiting the Richmond area, there's one clear choice when you're looking for the best place to stay. That is the Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience because they operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction. And this can only be achieved through communication and experience support. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. We've made it to halftime. Let's go and give you the first half numbers. And again, you can follow the live stats throughout the entire afternoon on GoEarlham.com. Here's how the scoring went in the first half. Quakers got on board first. Jimmy Kirame got the first goal, only 5:34 in, and the Quakers surprising Transylvania 1-0. And then we didn't do anything. It was back and forth, good physical soccer in the first half. There were a couple of opportunities both ways, but not until Transylvania scored at the 42-41 mark. It was Griffin Lamb assisted by Jonathan Reyes, and that's where we stand at 1 apiece. Now, Transylvania in the team numbers here this afternoon, leading in most categories. They've outshot the Quakers today 7-2. They've now a 3-1 advantage in shots on goal. The corner is in favor of Transylvania 5-1. And a very low foul contest here today, just 1 on Transylvania and 2 on Earlham. We mentioned Transylvania came off of that matchup against Anderson, in which there were 25 fouls called in that contest. From an individual standpoint, pretty well spread out. Jonathan Reyes with 2 shots, 1 shot on goal. Tyler Dobbs 1-1. Charlie Wend also has a shot here this afternoon. Luke Powell and Zach Hill also with shots. We mentioned Reyes also with the 1 assist. Quakers are led by Kirame with 2 shots today, and he has the 1 shot on goal. That's been it. It's just been him as far as the offense goes here today, so the Quakers will have to find somebody else to step up here this afternoon in the shot department. By the way, Griffin Lamb, want to give him credit, too, from Transylvania, 1 shot and 1 shot on goal here this afternoon. Those are your numbers in the first half as the Quakers and the Pioneers again tied at 1 apiece. By the way, after today, the Quakers back in action coming up on Saturday. They'll take on Hanover on Family Weekend. That is a 3:30 start time. The women will play Hanover beginning at 1. We'll have both of those matchups right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. And then after that, the Quakers have to go to Bluffton, and then they'll go to Rose-Hulman following that contest. And then they travel. Then again, I should say they'll be back here home against Anderson on Wednesday, the 17th. Let's go and update you on the latest standings going into today's action. Rose, Hanover, Defiance, and Mount St. Joe, they are all undefeated at 1-0 in conference play. Anderson and Transylvania had that tie their last time out. Manchester, Franklin, Earlham, and Bluffton all at 0-1 on the season. Other matchups today and tonight in the conference, it is Anderson and Manchester. Franklin is at Hanover, Bluffton at Defiance, and Rose, they're on the road at Mount St. Joe. And you can check out Earlham's latest schedule and also check out the latest update from the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference on Earlham's website on GoEarlham.com. Do not go away. This promises to be a good second half between the Quakers and the Pioneers. We will have it for you And again, your score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're knotted at 1 apiece. Your second half coming up next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Back once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium as we get set for the second half kickoff, as we'll see the Quakers now attack from right to left, and we'll see how that will affect the goal kicking that we saw, the excellent goal kicking we saw earlier of Nico Manny. So now Transylvania, and we'll always find out about what adjustments may be made between the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half as well. Possession of the ball will go out of play on the far side. Looks like the Quakers will have a throw-in as they will have it. Once again, Doyer there for the Quakers will have the throw-in. I will be curious to see if they will allow them to be as physical in the second half as they were in the first half, as that one hit well but wide to the left. Good effort again on the long ball by Yuki Adams. Earlham trying to get on the board first here in the second half. Pioneers will work the ground attack once again past midfield, but there again is Liam Ferguson for the Quakers. Zach Hill now at midfield trying to work his magic, and he'll go back once again to the inside as Garrett Dean gets the start in the second half now for the Pioneers. Good takeaway by Doyer again. Doyer falls to the turf. Nothing there, as again they'll let him play through it. And the Pioneers able to come up with the ball right at midfield. And we'll see the Pioneers go back in the ground attack here to the near side. That little chip shot, I think it was intended there for Murillo, but it goes past Murillo all the way down into the corner. And there for the Quakers, Garrett Shaw will put it in, actually kick it out of bounds. So now we'll see a throw-in by Transylvania as they start to work it back up the pitch, and now they'll reset it to midfield. Pioneers have done this pretty much most of the day, try to play the possession game right here and make the Quakers chase on defense, as now they'll work it up the left sideline. Quakers' Doyer is there, stops that offensive attack yet again. Tyler Joy Brandon there for the Pioneers. And a quick throw-in now by Jonathan Reyes. Reyes, the player, picked up the assist in the first half. That goal late in the first half. Good job again by Earlham's Kira May. Earlham's got to get some other players involved in that offense here in the second half. Ball played back and forth. This one lifted high in the air, and again 50-50 ball available, brought down again by Reyes. And the Pioneers will keep possession in their own half. Ground attack continued again by the Pioneers. Good look at Joy Brandon here to the near side. Zach Hill. Hill. Again, Pioneers will find Murillo on the near side. Brady Bubb is there. Quakers trying to knock it away. Bubb was there along with, looked like that might have been number 13, Garrett Shaw for the Quakers. And it seems like right now maybe the Pioneers are a little more patient, as that is going to be redirected by Johnson for the Quakers. They can't keep the possession in midfield. And the quick takeaway by Jack Birdsong. Johnson trying to get his hands away to make sure he didn't pick up the foul there on that possession. Here once again is Birdsong looking to the top of the 18, but taken away by Liam Ferguson. Another takeaway here on the other way as these two teams go back and forth, as the ball will come out of play here to the near side. Will stay here with Transylvania. Transylvania possession outside the 18, now on the ground attack. Here they come. Quakers trying to get bodies in the 18 as well. Here's Murillo. Fancy footwork on the right side. That'll go out of play. And looks like we may have a corner right here, and we will. First corner of the second half. And on the corner now for the Pioneers. He's been there all day long. I think that's going to be Schellenberg. Ball lifted high in the air on the line drive, and it will come outside the 18. Take that, Ben. In fact, that was number 10, Fuller, not Schellenberg, on the corner. Number 10 as opposed to number 11, and once again, here's another one lifted toward Nico, and that will sail over the goal. And we mentioned that wind is going to be behind the Pioneers here in the second half, so they'll have to lay off that kick a little bit. as the wind picked that one and sailed right over the top of Nico's head. And so now a goalie kick here for the Quakers. Now Nico's been putting a pretty good leg into it most of the day, but this one's going to be held up. You can tell as that one did make it to midfield, but not the way he was kicking in the first half of that wind behind him. 2 players going down and a whistle called. That'll go against the Pioneers. That foul against Tyler Joy Brandon. And so Earlham will have a kick at the spot of the foul, and that's where Brady Bubb will put it in play. Tied at 1 here in the second half. Neither team so far getting a good look at this point, but again, the adjustments being made. Bubb high in the air to the 18, redirected twice and off the right leg. Good effort. It was first off the leg of Liam Ferguson, and then it was Kirame as he nearly made this a 2-1 contest. Boy, Kirame's played well today. By the way, Michael Klein stays in at goal, and his kicks will look pretty good here in the second half, too. Back to the midfield circle, and the Pioneers will keep possession. Quakers will chase. Of course, now we'll have to see which team will be in better shape as the second half continues to go. As that ball inside the 18 coming out. Here is an attempt and knocked down and then kill. Boy, I tell you what, right in the goal. Kirame gets it again for the Quakers. And Earlham leads at 2-1. Boy, I tell you what, the Pioneers doing everything they could to get it out of there. And once the goalie, Michael Klein, committed himself, Kirame blasted that one into the net for the second goal, and Earlham now leads it 2-1. Kirame had a point-blank shot that time as the Quakers able to get it into position for their second goal of the day. And so the offense, which we were concerned about coming in, able to produce here early, as that long ball will go wide of the goal. And this, too, will be a throw-in here for the Quakers. And it's going to be a goalie kick here by Nico Manny. But now Kirame, both goals here today for the Quakers, and he's been their only offense for Earlham here this afternoon from a shot standpoint and getting both goals. I mentioned Nico's not going to get as much distance on these. I think this might be a better play for the Quakers. As that ball at midfield once again, Gustafsson will lift it high in the air, 50-50 ball right at the midfield circle. Ferguson able to get a redirect as well, and then picked up by the Pioneers. Pioneers will try to now to get themselves in position to tie this one. Ball into the 18 again. A good defense by the Quakers. On the backside was Garrett Shaw. His redirect will put it back the other way, but not as far as they had hoped, as the air attack knocked down and redirected again by Tyler Joe Brandon. As we'll see the Pioneers try to go on the attack. There's Ferguson again. Here's Ferguson across midfield. I'm not sure if he wanted to go to the near side, changed his mind at the last second. Here another attempt, and it's going to be in front of the keeper, and does it go in? Yes. That was Fitzgibbon. So Fitzgibbon gets the goal on another ball played right in front of the keeper, Michael Klein. Boy, don't give tell you what, Klein, just in defense of him, he is getting no help from his defense. So 2 quick goals by the Quakers. And Earlham now a commanding 2-1 lead. Or should say 3-1 lead here in the second half. Boy, Quakers again just really putting the pressure on the Pioneers. Quakers will place it again. Pioneers giving chase, and for Earlham, there's Kirame once again. So Kirame 2 goals. Fitzgibbon a goal as the Quakers midfielders playing well here this afternoon. Boy, between Adams, Doyer, Johnson, Fitzgibbon, and Kirame, as that one will go wide to the right. These guys have played well and certainly all over the pitch here today. Looks like we may have a foul call, and could be a free kick right here for the Quakers as they're lining up at least in front of the official. Now they're going to have to back that wall up. They're not going to let him take it right there. You know, the players for Transylvania, they were saying something to the one official, and he's going to mark it off where they can go. And he even he has a can of paint that he actually put a line down where that wall could be. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. So now the Quakers, a free kick right here from the spot of the foul. Michael Klein trying to decide where he wants to position himself in the goal. That one into the 18. Bub tried to redirect with his right leg. It's going to be knocked down. That'll be Fuller to clear it. Good effort again for the Quakers. Coming up on the 34-minute mark. Earlham with a 2-goal advantage here in the second half, and you would imagine at this point you're going to see the Pioneers pick up their pace a little bit, and they have into the 18, and this is going to be knocked down by Nico Manny. Well, this would be a huge win for the Quakers here this afternoon after losing their last matchup. Mount St. Joe winning that one 3-2, but Earlham coming back and playing a very good team like Transylvania here this afternoon. Especially if they can get that offense rolling on a more consistent basis, as that one lifted right into the awaiting arms of Nico Manny off the right leg of Murillo. Here come the Quakers again. Their ground attack to the far side. The ball will go back and forth, and there's Drew Fitzgibbon, who just came up with a goal a couple of moments ago. And again, a throw-in for Transylvania. Doyer is there. They're going to get Doyer from behind. He got a little too much of a shove on the back of a Transylvania player, so that'll be a foul on Doyer. Quakers back here Saturday, as we mentioned. They'll play Hanover. That's a good ball there by the Pioneers. Boy, Earlham's got to do a better job of getting that out of there. It was Strzezuski who ended up whiffing on that kick attempt. And again, we'll go back to the outside near midfield. Pioneers back on the counterattack once again to the top of the 18, but there's Johnson again for the Quakers. We mentioned Hockey Johnson's name quite a bit here this afternoon. You look at that defense and still Doyer, along with Johnson, Fitzgibbon, Yuki Adams, all midfielder defensemen here today. Paget Gustafson's played well. As the ball comes back again to midfield, Transylvania, they really haven't put themselves in a decent position here in the second half as the Quakers continue to pursue in their half. And we've got a whistle. That'll be a foul again on the Pioneers. Well, in the first half, the official really let him play. He's called a couple of fouls so far here in the second half. And we have a stoppage of the clock now. And that's going to be Nico Manny. So the official will stop it, and that's going to be a free kick here by Nico. 31:41 remaining. And now the official, once he gets into position, maybe we can get this thing rolling again, as he was all the way to the other side near the 18. And he's in no hurry. They want 32:05 on the clock, which I'm not sure why. We had the same time as the official scorekeeper, and they ended up making him reset it, so the kick by Nico. As that ball coming back here to the sideline where Ferguson takes a shove from behind by Murillo. And again, they'll let him play through that as the Quakers giving chase. They're a little closer this time, putting pressure against that Transylvania offense, trying to slow them down a little bit here in the second half, as now the Quakers on the chase. We'll go to midfield, and good job again by Doyer. Here come the Quakers, counterattack. It'll be a ground attack this time to the middle, Yuki Adams. Outside the 18 and drilled again. This will go into Earlham's half. Hockey Johnson is there as that ball goes all the way deep in the corner, and Hockey able to knock that one out of play. He thought it went off the leg that time of Schellenberg, but this will be a corner here for the Pioneers. This again will be Schellenberg on the corner. Good ball on this one, but it goes wide to the right. Good effort inside there. Zach Hill trying to maybe step in front of Nico to get the goal and make it a 3-2 contest, but that ball again sailed a little bit high and wide to the right, so we'll have another goal kick here by Nico Manny. Quakers lead at 3-1. 2 goals here in the second half. One by Kira May, the other one by Fitzgibbon. And there's a foul at midfield, and that will be called against the Quakers and Drew Fitzgibbon. Transylvania will take over right here as Rays will put it in play. Of course, the Quakers had Kira May there. Ball comes loose again, and for the Quakers, here is Doyer. Kira May off the lead on the counterattack as he'll try to go up that right sideline, and another good effort defensively by Jonathan Rays. And the Pioneers will bring it back again and set it up in their own end. Ball comes to the near side. Good job there on the change of direction by John Block, who is now checked in. And now the ball will go out of bounds here to the near side. Straczynski there for the Quakers and a quick throw-in. Now the Pioneers, a little more sense of urgency. You're down by 2 goals here in the second half. They can't waste a whole lot of time. They want to get one as quick as they can, and that'll make the pressure a little bit different for this offense, who, again, they just have struggled trying to find a place or at least an opening, as Earlham's defense has played well, but this one knocked down again. Boy, Liam Ferguson took one off the leg right there as Schellenberg tried the shot. That went into the 18, and Hockey Johnson able to clear it out again. Can't get much lift on it. Again, they're kicking into the wind, and that's going to be a huge difference. Can't get much distance. As that ball, as Nico able to touch it first and then knock it down. Coming on strong for Transylvania was Griffin Lamb. They have started some different players in the second half. Ball will come away here on the near side and back to the middle once again. Here's Yuki Adams. Quakers can now play a little more possession soccer if they choose to do so, as this will be a kick here by Nico Manny. Nice redirect by Adams, back to midfield. Player goes down for the Pioneers. They'll let them play through it again. That's been pretty consistent here this afternoon, and good effort again by Garrett Shaw. And this will be a corner again for the Pioneers. They have led in the Pioneer department, or I should say the corner department here this afternoon, that being the Pioneers. That little wave they'll have will come from the left upper part of the 18. Boy, long kick again, and that wind really behind the corner. As we said, everything coming from the south and the east, and so that makes it a little bit more difficult to get a decent kick. So now we'll go to the other side. So a corner from one side, and then he'll sprint to the other side, and Schellenberg will try another one. This time he'll kick into the wind. That's got good lift on it, but again came up short, stays outside the 18. Pioneers will get a shot right here, and that's going to be wide to the left. Ball stays in play, still in the 18. Several bodies in there fighting for the loose ball. Brady Bubb goes down on the pitch, and Earlham able to clear it out of there finally. And we may have another foul here. In fact, it's going to be brought back just inside the 18. Again, Nico will put it in play. I'm going to take that back. That's going to be against the Pioneers. And I'm not sure if I have not heard this say that you're supposed to. In fact, he did not signal that you're going to stop it, so I wouldn't think so. That still is just a foul right there, and the official hasn't said anything yet. Well, the official's going over to say something to the Earlham bench, but they didn't signal anybody up here to stop the clock. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing right here. Yeah, he has not said anything about stopping the clock. He raises his arms, and that's about it. He's supposed to cross his arms to tell us to stop it. So the kick there by Nico. And we've had to set that thing twice, knowing, again, the first time I don't understand why he stopped it. So now the ball will come outside the 18. That is Bubb once again. And, of course, now you hear that wind really picking up here at Matlack Messer Stadium as the Quakers, again, defensively able to clear it out of there. We're talking about that clock situation, which they're right. They got to cross their arms down there as officials to stop it and not just raise their arms. So here we go to the near side once again. The Pioneers on a missed opportunity here as they'll give it back to the Quakers. Well, he has done it twice. We're still thinking about that clock. They've reset it 2 times and really shouldn't have done it at all. They put an extra couple of minutes on the clock. And Nico again with a better kick this time as the ball played at the midfield circle. And there is Kira May again for the Quakers giving chase. I think Earlham again will be able to play this a little more possession here in the second half. They want to try to use that clock as much as they can. You get about to that, we've talked about that time and time again, you get to the 20-minute mark, you don't have a whole lot left from a standpoint of opportunities if you don't score quickly, and Earlham they'll milk that clock as much as they can. Bubb will send it high in the air, 50-50 ball will come down. We're going to stay in Earlham's half once again, but outside the 18. There's Doyer again for the Quakers, and Earlham desperately trying to get that ball out of there. But again, Kira May unable to come up with it. Kira May coming back again, being aggressive from behind. Pioneers trying to work it in position. Good job by Bubb. Brady Bubb once again. Here's Kira May. Quakers counterattack. Strzezuski. Quakers will get it back again to midfield. There is Liam Ferguson. Now you make them chase. And Quakers again with a 2-goal lead. Probably should have played that again to the right side. They had Doyer there. And Earlham tried to go back to the middle, and it's taken away again by the Pioneers. Now Transylvania will slow it down. That is Jonathan Reyes. Once it gets past midfield, Earlham able to pick it up there and stop the progression of the offensive attack. And Earlham has 2 jerseys right there trying to get the steal, but a good job heading the other way here by Griffin Lamb. Lamb all the way deep in the corner. Doyer is there. Fitzgibbon is there. And we come up on the 23-minute mark here as this one lifted in the air to the right. Good ball, but again, too far to the right side. And we'll go deep into the corner. And that should be a goal kick again for Nico Manny, and it will be. So again, Earlham back on the possession. So far, neither team really going much to their bench here in the second half. Nico in the first half consistently putting that ball into the Transylvania half. This time, of course, again, against the wind, it's a little bit different. More of a line drive kick. He got some distance on this one. Redirected off the header by Strzelecki, and it goes out of bounds on the near side. Another quick throw in here for the Pioneers. They try to throw long back to midfield. Brady Bubb is there. There's Johnson as well. Comes back down to midfield, and the Pioneers now to the near side. Good move to the middle. Pioneers, and that's Brady Bubb able to take that away. Whistle on the field again as Tyler Dobbs had that one knocked away by Brady Bubb. That was just really good defense, but Bubb may have gotten kicked as he is limping now. And now Nico Manny will have a kick from the spot of the foul. Brady's he's not feeling too good right at the moment. He's played well today, though. Ball near side for the Quakers. Strzelecki there. Strzelecki again will look back to the middle. Here is Kira May. Ball knocked away. Strzelecki fighting with two different Pioneer players. Here's Strzelecki left of the 18. Goes back inside Kira May. Kira May battling, and things getting a little dicey again. Kira May along with John Block there trying to get the possession. Once again, the Pioneers put it back into play quickly, and it will go right back into the 18. Look out, here's Kira May. He went up against Michael Klein. Klein able to come away with it. Kira May was looking for the hat trick here this afternoon. Ball back to the near side once again. Pioneers on the counterattack. Into the Earlham half. Here come the Pioneers, but Hockey Johnson able to stop that run. From behind there for the Quakers against Strzelecki. It goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in here for the Pioneers. Pioneers working right at the 18. That one knocked down. Quakers able to get a body on that one. That was Gustafsson there for the Quakers. And Doyer on a foot chase all the way to the corner goes out of bounds, and that will be Earlham possession. You see a change now as the Quakers will bring into their lineup Brevin Smith. Also coming in for the Quakers, one other change. That'll be number 12, which is Alden Thompson Vaught. So Vaught is in as well. So Earlham having a chance to go deep into their bench. Pioneers past midfield. Can't do anything with that possession. Here come the Quakers again. But they unable to advance that ball past midfield. And now Transylvania trying to set it up again. You can see their urgency's picked up a little bit. Nice play into the 18, and that one is going to go high. And I think Nico may have gotten a hand on it. DJ Sanders had pretty good position. But Nico may have lifted up that right hand and able to redirect that one over the top of the goal. So good effort again by Nico Manny. $19 minutes and change to go in this one. Quakers again trying to play it in Transylvania's half, and the Pioneers able to come away with the possession again as Fuller looks back toward the middle. And again, good defense by the Quakers. Tell you what, Drew Fitzgibbon starting to get a little gassed here in the second half. He's pretty much gone the entire match so far. Fitzgibbon a goal today, as we mentioned, and along with the 2 goals by Kira May. Quakers again able to stop that attack for the moment as the Pioneers keep the possession in the Earlham half. Outside the 18 to the near side again. Earlham able to play good defense. Give credit there to Garrett Shaw as that ball lifted and past the goalie box to the left, and that'll go out of play. And we will see some more changes now. Quakers will bring Jack Johnson back into the lineup as the Pioneers trying to find a spark on their offense. Tyler Joy Brandon will come back in a forward midfielder. And again, another goalie kick by Nico Manny. Been very busy today, and a good one this time as it goes past midfield. And the Pioneers once again able to regain possession and look to go on the counterattack on the far side. Here is again Joy Brandon. Quakers able to deflect back to midfield, and here come the Quakers again. Smith, who's just checked in, to Doyer to the far side. Earlham trying to work it up the right to Johnson. And once again, we'll be back in the half for the Pioneers. They'll work it ahead into the 18, knocked down by Nico, and it'll carry him back outside. Another shot. That's going to go high off of the crossbar, and then Bub able to kick that one high in the air. Here's a chase for the 50-50 ball to the near side, and still alive as the Pioneers desperately trying to get that second goal. They've had some opportunities here, and that one goes right between the legs of Joy Brandon. And again to the far side. Ball worked down on the end line. It'll be picked up there by Nico Manny, so the effort by Transylvania had one ball go off of the crossbar, and Earlham able to survive that offensive attack. Nico in no hurry to put that one in play, knowing that time continues to run off the clock for the Pioneers. Quakers far side, Johnson. Line drive knocked down, and the Pioneers regain possession, but Doyer there again as this one caroms back and forth. Here we go as Nico comes out and will pick up that ball right in front of Jonathan Reyes. Nico made the decision to come out and play it, and now we've got a stoppage of the clock. And a player down here for the Quakers. Looks like that may be 23, which is Jack Johnson. We will take a break as well as we've got a timeout with 15:57 remaining here in the second half. Quakers on top of this one, 3-1 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond. Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842.
Well, we are back underway here at Matlack Messer Stadium as the injured player is apparently okay. That was Jack Johnson, we'd mentioned, who went down for the Quakers. So we're coming up on the 15-minute mark now here in this one. Quakers continue to lead at 3-1 as the Pioneers again trying to position themselves to make it 3-2 and put pressure back on the Quakers to stop the attack, as once again Pioneers just outside the 18, and that's going to be high on the right leg attempt. That might have been Birdsong that time, number 19 for Transylvania. Earlham's had a little more difficult time getting that ball into Transylvania's half of the field here to try to get themselves in position themselves just to try to maybe get one more goal, an insurance goal here in the second half. As now Earlham will have it here. Brevin Smith looking ahead. Here is ball passed toward the middle once again, and that may be against the Quakers, and it is. Look like it's an offsides against Earlham. So back the other way we go as the Pioneers again on the counterattack. We'll look near side. Anytime we see that ball come loose and have a loose ball, anybody can go get it. The Quakers have been pretty good at the 50-50 ball here today as Brady Bubb trying to clear it out again for the Quakers. Transylvania again trying to position themselves. They'll work it to the far sideline. They like it right here with Jonathan Reyes. Of course, we saw DJ Sanders get a chance earlier. As again, the Pioneers deep in the corner as it's knocked away. Doyer there again for the Quakers. And a quick throw in. Ball lifted high in the air, right in front of the keeper, and it will be knocked away. Good defense for the Quakers. Give credit there to Garrett Shaw. Pioneers come up empty again. So again, we'll see Nico Manny. This is where he really wants to get this ball deep into Pioneer territory to try to give the Quakers a chance to go back on offense as this one hangs in the air and redirected toward midfield twice, the last time by Earlham's Yuki Manny. Take that back, Yuki Adams. It goes back to Manny. That ball quickly picked up by Manny. He'll put it back into play again. Well, he's been very busy on the goal kick here today. Is this another line drive into the Pioneer half? You see again there is Liam Ferguson looking to Brevin Smith. It'll go deep in the corners. Brevin, he will go down. He gets hung up there deep in the corner. And it'll go back over to Transylvania. Looks like we have a couple of more changes as we come up on the 12-minute mark. Back in for Transylvania, Charlie Wend. And also coming in will be Jason Murillo. So two of their better offensive players are back in to get a run here late in this one. Goal kick by Michael Klein. Here's Murillo, and Earlham able to send it back into Transy's half. Here is Kirame again. Kirame with three around him, still able to get a shot off. Picked up by Klein, and he'll send it back to the far side. There's a good look at Jonathan Reyes. Quakers have stepped things up a little bit more defensively, picking up very close to midfield. And this one, again, will ricochet back out. Quakers with the takeaway, and on another turnover, here come the Quakers. Yuki Adams. Now will come near side, Brevin Smith. Brevin can have a look right here as he'll tip it back out. It's going to be ricocheted out front, and the Pioneers get the takeaway. Coming up with the steal is Schellenberg, and the Quakers give chase. Good ball again by the Pioneers, but Doyer is there, able to tip it to his teammate Nico Manny, and again the Quakers stop the attack. We can kind of tell the pace of this one has slowed down a little bit, as you would expect, as we're getting later into this one, but both teams have not subbed as much as they did in that first half. Quakers come back again. Kirame. There's a left shot and a long one knocked down as Kirame put a good one on that one. And good effort again by Kirame. Here is once again Gustafsson in the box and taken down by Klein. And he will get it to Murillo. Murillo on the dribble on the near side. Murillo looking to his right. Good cut back to the inside by Joy Brandon, and that's going to be wide to the right. So, again, Quakers able to come back. Joy Brandon knew he didn't strike that one as well as he had hoped, and we'll see the Quakers able to get it back in the possession once again when we're under the 10-minute mark. And you know right now, Nico Manny, no hurry to put this ball into play. I'm sure that he would get a warning at some point, but he's going to take his sweet old time as Nico's done a great job today giving distance on these kicks. But now they'll give him a chance to hit another one deep. Redirected twice, and we've got a foul call against the Pioneers. That'll be Dalton Wells on the call. So the Quakers will have a kick from the spot of the foul, and let's see where they will try to go with this one. Quakers playing a little more defensive. They've got 4 guys right at the midfield circle. That one is chipped into the 18. Gustafson once again, and now we have stoppage of play as Brevin Smith was there, and we may have a yellow on Brevin. So the only yellow we've had today, and they will get Brevin Smith there for the Quakers. So we are underway once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium. The Quakers just 8 minutes and change away from getting a huge win here in the HCAC. Kira May again with the 2 goals, Fitzgibbon with the other. But boy, they came out on fire after it was tied at 1 in the first half as the ball will sail wide. I think that might have gone out of bounds before Murillo got a shot off, and I think that's the case. If it wasn't, it may have been an offsides. The official on the near side may have whistled it. I didn't see him. But the Transylvania fans, in fact, Murillo coming over, so it must have been an offsides because he came over and was questioning the near side official. So again, Nico will put it back into play. Good kick again. Pioneers able to get the takeaway. In their lineup, Dalton Wells. They'll work it to the far side as that one again, Nico able to pick that one up. And we will have a corner, I believe, for the Pioneers, and we will. They have led in that category throughout the afternoon. Here is Schellenberg. Schellenberg left it short. The redirect header by Yuki Adams. And the Quakers able to stop another corner. That is going to be Kira May, who lost it past midfield. Pioneers again will have a quick throw in. They're trying to find an opening. Not a whole lot there. And it'll be Joy Brandon. Here come the Pioneers once again down to the end line, and that kick quickly picked up by Nico Manny. Not much of a shot that time by Schellenberg. Off the left side of the 18, so again, Nico will have another goal kick as he will quickly put this one into play. Wants to keep it if he can in the Transylvania half as the ball again possessed by the Pioneers. Here's Fuller. Fuller looking right side, intended for Murillo. Quakers able to chase it down again. Jake Pearson has come into the lineup for the Quakers. And Earlham able to send it back into the other half. Pioneers again. Here's Wend. Wend to the far side. Quakers will give chase there. In fact, it looks like they do have someone there, and good job Earlham defensively to make sure there was a body on the far side of the field. Ethan Getman has now checked in. Number 19 for the Quakers. Getman on defense for Earlham. Here are the Pioneers again as that one knocked down as we'll see Murillo do it twice, and then this one high in the air. Gustafson he may be a little bit hurt as well, as he is favoring that right leg. And a throw in here again for the Pioneers. A lot of time coming off the clock there on that throw in as the ball comes out to the top of the 18 and then lifted right over the goal, as that was Caswell Fuller. Couple of changes again, as we will see the Quakers now come with Alden Thompson-Bott once again. We saw him get some minutes earlier. That may be it for the day for Jimmy Kirame, as he again will head to the sidelines. Picked up a couple of goals here as Michael Klein will send it once again into the Earlham half. Pioneers looking to the near side. Murillo chasing deep in the corner, and eventually it goes out of play. So the Quakers have a quick throw in right here. 4.5 remaining. Bub will come over now, a throw in. Redirect here on the near sideline by Luke Powell of, again, Transylvania, as he tries to get it back again to the middle. And here's another 50-50 ball available at the midfield circle. Outside the 18, Brady Bubb again. He's been active defensively, and here come the Quakers heading the other way. Strzelecki there for Earlham. A little give and go on the near side, and Earlham, that'll be a foul call on the Quakers, so we'll head back the other way. Well, you may have another 2 possessions, and I'm talking about really good possessions if you're the Pioneers. They're starting to run out of time right now as you see the clock continuing to tick, and again, Earlham coming up big here today. Earlham has looked good on both ends, but they've got to find, again, a little more offense. Kirame got some help today from Fitzgibbon. They're still going to need some more shots on goal, and they play again on Saturday against Hanover. Good kick again by Nico. Here come the Pioneers as they will work it into the Earlham half. And Hockey Johnson, a little sliding near tackle there as the ball goes out of play in another corner. And, boy, you really see the urgency now as Schellenberg will set it up for the corner on the far side. Good spin, but short. He left it way short, and there is Yuki Adams there for the Quakers. Well, Earlham right now get it into the Transy half and then really force them to work it up the pitch. They don't have much left. That's an offsides. So Transylvania will give it up once again, and here's where you can really use Nico Manny if he can send it deep into Transylvania's territory. You have to use a lot of time on the clock just to get it back in a scoring position for Transylvania here today. 1:56 remaining. That's a good kick. Transylvania now using their hands to get position. You could see a couple of players doing that as that ball will go out of play, and now a effort here by Klein as he won't put as much into it as you would see Nico Manny. Going down there for the Quakers, Alden ends up seeing that back leg twist up a little bit, but he's back up again for Earlham. And again, the Quakers come up with a possession. Ball will go out of play. That is Fitzgibbon. And Earlham now just a minute away from picking up their first win of the HCAC season and looking ahead to Hanover. Ball again into the Transylvania half. And there's not much that Transylvania can do now. Earlham keeps the possession once again. Strzelecki did a nice job getting between a couple of defenders as now the Pioneers We'll go back on the offensive. Here is Murillo. Pearson there as well. Pearson able to get the takeaway. And we're down to our final 30 seconds. Ball deep in the corner. And Pearson was not going to give up the possession to Murillo in any instance there at all. Good job there by Jake Pearson. And at this stage, all Nico has to do is watch that time run out. Nico can hold it for just a couple of more seconds. And we can stick a final on the board, and the Quakers are going to pick up the win here today. And that is your final score. Earlham with a big win here today as they beat Transylvania by a final of 3-1. The Quakers, again, now 2-7 overall. They're 1-1 in conference play. Transylvania 2-4-3. They are now 0-1-1 in conference play. And the Quakers, again, will take on Hanover Saturday. That's a 3:30 start time, 1 o'clock for the women, 3:30 for the men. Thanks for being with us. Your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham 3, Transylvania 1. This has been Earlham Men's Soccer on Radio Troy Digital Sports.